Hey guys, welcome to Cartooning with Paul. Today, I'm going to show you how to draw Tinkerbell. So come on, let's get started. Alright guys, well, this tutorial comes as a special request from Klein. Klein has been looking for me to do a video on how to draw Tinkerbell. She's been hounding me for a little while. I feel horrible that it's taken me this long to get around to it, but here we are. So Klein, this one's for you, and we're gonna dive right on in. Okay, now in drawing Tinkerbell, and we're gonna draw in her whole body here, we're gonna wanna draw in that initial circle, just like that. But I'm gonna have her looking downward a little bit. She's shy and she's flirtatious, so you kind of want to play off of that a little bit. So we've got that in there, and I'm going to draw in her vertical like this. Now the jawline and her cheeks come out like this. And then her ear comes in here like that. Okay, now I'm going to turn this a little bit so I can make sure that I've got everything kind of where I need it to be. And let me just refine this a little bit. A slight chin, and then come up. Yeah, that's about right. Line will go like that, like this. Okay, so I know where I'm going to put the eyes. The nose will come right about here, and it'll give us some room for a mouth. But one thing you need to remember when you're drawing in Tinkerbell's eyes is they need to be separated by this area above the nose. So I'm going to throw in an eye shape like this. And you would think you would draw that eye here, but no, you got to draw it over here. So this is exactly where the eyes need to be in order for Tinkerbell to be believable. This line right here will show me where the bridge of the nose is going to go. And the nose comes out right about here. And then it dips down a little bit, just like that. Just give her the slightest little hint of a nostril. Let's give her that mouth. And give her a hint of a laugh line there. And very thin upper lip. And then the lower lip just comes off of right about here. And it's a little fuller than that top lip. Just like that. Now that I've got that in, I see that the jaw and the chin could be a little more refined here. And when you're drawing in the chin, her chin isn't rounded. It kind of comes to a rounded point. Yeah, just so we don't confuse the situation here. Just like that. Okay. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. Now I'm going to give her her hair, which I start up here where that bun goes. Okay, so the back of the bun kind of comes up like that. Then we've got a tuft here, a tuft here, and then the front of the bun comes out a little bit like that. Now that I've got that in, I know where to slope down and in on the hairdo, like so, and like so. Give her a little tuft of hair here, and coming close to the eye, but not too close, like that. And give her a tuft of hair like that, and from there, sweep down a little bit, and out like that. Nice thick tuft of hair like that. Come up there like this, and then you want to kind of give it a nice big full little bit of body, just like this. So Tinkerbell is roughly 3.5 heads high. So we're going to measure this. So we've got from the top of her head down to her chin, we're looking at 2.5 inches. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. All right, so we've got her height in there. Her torso, from her shoulders down to her waist, is 1 head high. So I like to mark it in there like so, okay? And what I'm gonna wanna do is I'm gonna give her a very delicate pose. And let's see, action line would be like this, I guess. So when I draw a female in, about halfway down that torso, I'm going to draw in a triangle. Now this is just my way of doing things, but it seems to work for me every time. What it does is it forces the shoulder back, and it gives me area here for her chest, her ribs, and it allows me to figure out if this line is angled like this for the shoulders, I've got to counterbalance that in her hips, just like that. Okay. Now what I like to do is I like to throw in a rib cage shape just like this, and then figure out her stomach to her waist. Do the same thing over here, and it works for me every time. And now because I have her angled like this, I'm going to have her lower body angled like this. So if her hips are like this, her leg is going to come outward. Now I said that her torso is a head high. The rest of it's going to be leg, and you really want to go halfway down to find where her knee goes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw in a thigh shape like that. Okay. Give her a little bit of a knee here. And then draw kind of straight down. On the back side, you want to give her her calf muscle. Her calf muscle doesn't come out halfway down from her knee to her ankle. It's kind of in the upper third. So we've got a shape like that. Her other leg is going to be behind. So we're going to have it out like this. Her knee will go right about here. So her leg will go out like that. And like kind of like this. Okay. Her feet Her feet are small. Well, about that big. I'm going to give her those slippers that she wears. And then we're going to hide that area with a big pom-pom. So she's wearing like ballet flats here. And other foot like so. And we want to keep them the same size here. Yeah. One important thing about drawing the heels of the foot, the heel comes out a little bit in the back. It's not flat down from the leg. And then we're going to hide that imperfection there with that pom-pom. Perfect. All right. The legs could use a little work. All right. So now we've got this very short pixie skirt, right? And this skirt kind of covers like a dancer's skirt here, right? A ballet skirt where it really just kind of covers the area of the leotard, right? Sorry, I married a dancer. So here we go. All right, so we've got this area here, and we got to remember that there are all these little, not tears, but they kind of look like leaves, right? Because she and Peter Pan, their clothes kind of derive from the leaves of Neverland, so that's why it kind of separated in tufts like that. And now, let's give her her belly. I don't know if that's really the appropriate term for that. And let's give her her form here so that we can separate the neckline. Okay. Comes in like this. And like this. So that's what her dress looks like, but we're going to put some arms here in a pose. There's this gorgeous image I found while doing a little bit of due diligence here, and she's posed kind of like she's posing for a magazine cover. So what we're going to do is we're going to give her her shoulder, and we're going to bring down her upper arm like this, which means her forearm, if you can see that like that, her forearm's going to start here at the elbow. It's going to come up like this. The forearm and the upper arm are the exact same length, right? So the wrist is going to go here where the shoulder is. Just a little bit further out. And that'll give us some space for her hand. Okay, now let me erase some of this nastiness because it's getting confusing. If it's getting confusing to me, it might be getting confusing to watch, so all right. Okay, so yeah, shoulder like that. Okay, now we're going to draw in. A hand, and I'm just gonna veer away from the source material here. A little bit. Okay. Just like that. Get rid of her neckline through her hand here. And fix this arm. Arm looks a little funky. And that is why you draw lightly and loosely. All right, so the main meat of her arm is going to be low. There we go, and this part will go like this. Okay. And now her other shoulder's here like this. And we're going to draw her other arm. This is a gorgeous pose I found on Pinterest, and I loved it. Don't be afraid to look for inspiration on poses out of fashion magazines, beauty magazines. They sometimes have the greatest reference for posing. Now that I know where everything is, I want to define some of that pose and give her those eyes. They're nice and big. Just like this. Eyebrows, nice and thin. And now, last but not least, we have to throw in those wings. Her wings come from her shoulder blades, which come from here and here. And what you're going to want to do is draw that initial top part of the wing like this. Comes to a point. Sorry, I drew that a little thick. Comes to a point like that, and the other one like that. The bottom part of the wing is more rounded, but it's not a circle. It's like a rounded tear shape, like this. Guys, if you like drawing Tinkerbell with me, please give me the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends and family. If you'd like to draw with me some more, I've got some videos right over here for you. I want to thank you so much for joining me today, and until the next time, we'll see you later.